Dermie, you're holding on to something that looks like it's connected to the roof. Oh my gosh. The back of the cab of the truck is being supported from something besides, I don't know, baling wire. Look at this. This has come a long ways. Tell me about the back part.
You're looking at the B pillar, being that that's the A pillar where the windshield is, and this is called the B pillar.
This is incredible. This is, and look at the odd shape that it is. Okay, so you got to talk us through this whole thing. How did you arrive at this? I mean, it looks like it's leaning too far forward, then
it gives it that forward motion. That's one thing I liked about it, and the truck has the same thing in it. When I drew the drawing, you could see on it that everything looks like it's moving forward, and I wanted to bring that into the truck. So this was the first piece I built, and then now that I got this, I can actually build the door.
So how did you arrive at the angles? What gave you the inspiration that right there was going to be the back of the cab?
The truck, the toy itself. So I studied it, made the drawing like I showed you in the last video over here, and I blew it up to that monster right there.
Oh, look at that.
I hung that on the shop wall, and I made a copy of that door and then put it on the side of the truck, and I'll show you that in a few minutes, just to kind of get a visualization of, do I like it or not?
So this is like a great big road map.
Yeah, it kind of is, yeah.
Or a blueprint, if you will.
Yeah.
So you could actually stand back, sip a cup of coffee, and enjoy kind of this idea, and then if you wanted to, you can make changes and then redo it again and so on and so forth.
Correct, correct.
And then you did everything to scale, obviously, so this is full size. And in a previous episode, we saw you were kind of coming up with this drawing from a 1/8 scale. It went to this drawing, and then it went to this metal right here. That is so cool.
Yeah, I like it. It turned out very nice. Yeah.
That is, God, and the massive amount of time. How many hours do you have just into this B pillar? Just take a guess.
35 hours at least.
35 hours?
Yeah.
I would double that.
Yeah,
only because this is a labor of love. And
yeah.
you can't keep track of hours.
I don't want to keep track of the hours. I'd probably scare myself.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Wow.
This is actually the beginnings of the door framework. If you ever looked at a door frame on a house, there's a frame that goes around it, and then the skins would go on the outside of it. So this is actually the inner guts of the door. You'll never see this once the skins are on it. This is your door jamb gap that's going all the way around here. The skins will be connected right to the side of this. This is just bracing to stiffen the thing up. We could go over to the other side and I could show you some more. The last piece would be the one I did here on the other side.
Wow, let's go take a look.
All
that
right.
would be great. Look at this. Wow, there is a full door inside the jamb all the way. Look at that. It's almost done. That's incredible. Tell us about it, Dermie.
Well, you're looking at the passenger side, and like over there, this is the frame of the door. And I've got it up to this point, about the 3 o'clock position, I guess you'd say. But underneath, all these little screws that you see here, there's a little 1/2-inch square tube underneath it that's tack welded to the body, and these screws are just holding this framework in place as I build. And when I get a section done, I move along, I brace it up, try to keep it as rigid as I can, because obviously you don't want it moving. And but this is the latest piece that I built right here, and I'll be welding down here next, and then once that's welded up, I'll put a brace in here probably, and then continue on up into the window area. And the window area, I'm going to use some of the original parts of the original doors, since they're really complex.
So the door jambs always seem to be one of those things. The gap seems to be the thing that people look at all the time.
Yeah.
It really
very
looks
crucial.
Like, yeah, exactly. And it looks like you're overbuilding this on purpose so that door is going to be stiff as can be.
Yes, exactly. We do not want this thing moving.
Understood.
Yeah.
Very good. So the shape of the back of the cab, it's there. It's right there. Look at that.
Yeah. Once I decided that I liked the drawing that I did, it blew it up. I I transferred it to a piece of cardboard so I could stand back on the shop and just look at it real quick, just to see if I was happy, you know, with the look. And once I was like, yeah, that'll work, then I went to this.
You went to a local furniture and appliance store and got a great big piece of cardboard, I see.
Yeah, somewhere, yeah, refrigerator or something. Yeah, I was real happy with this. You know, like I said before, you know, I stood back and studied it and looked at it, and once I saw that this would work and I could understand what I was doing, then it gave me the confidence to, you know, to proceed to this. Without confidence, there's not a lot you can do.
All right, Dermie, I got a question for you. It seems like everything comes so easily to you, but do you ever make any mistakes?
Yeah, this B piece here for the B pillar on the door, this was my first attempt at it. And as you can see, there's a rolled over edge. The skins will be connected to that. Well, I bend that in the brake, and then with my shrinker stretcher machine, I can manipulate this thing and do these turns and twists in it. So once this was in place, there was a couple of things that I didn't like. I maintained a 1/2 inch gap against anything basically that's around it, but I didn't like the fact that this edge right here wasn't lined up with the inside edge of the door B pillar itself. So I made this one, and this has a step in it, and it goes over and it lines up nicer and looks better. I don't think the factory even does that, but I just want to maintain some kind of uniformity and make it look like purposely built to fit as best I can. But it's a learning experience, you know. And when I do this, you know, and I'm done with it, I'm happy and welded it all up, I'll move to the other side and do the same thing. I don't want to build this whole entire door and finish it and then go, oh, I got another one to do, you know. So I'm bouncing back and forth and the little things I remember what I'm doing.
So once again, this is another episode of That Was Close. The back end of that cab, the shape of how it's gonna look, and even the lower half of the door jamb, and the door is all coming together. That is huge. It's gotta be one of the most critical parts of this whole entire project.
No, it's pretty exciting. It keeps me up at night.
Absolutely. What do you want to tell everybody?
Subscribe, tell all your friends.
This is gonna be an incredible project, and we're so looking forward to the next episode. Thank you guys very much.
Thanks for watching.